Y'all have seen like the lab grown meat and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I've seen people like morally disagree with the concept of like lab grown meat.
That's stupid to me.
Morally disagree. What are the grounds?
The morality of that.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like,
they're like, yeah, we shouldn't do that. It's against God's will or whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't know. Like,
so hear me out.
Your fucking vitamins are against God's will then. Like, what are you talking about?
But if you go like a step further into that conversation, if they're against lab grown meat, what the fuck is a hot dog, bro, at that point?
Yeah, that's not natural either. Like,
okay.
I'm John.
I'm Alphonso.
And I'm Darren.
Welcome to the Scat Cast. We don't know either. You know what fucking grinds my gears?
What?
Vegetarians. And like
vegetarians or vegans?
Vegans, vegetarian, they all grind my gears.
Vegetarians are
Why
fine.
do they grind your gears equally? Those are two very different things.
Okay, maybe not the people. Actually, it is the people because I don't give a fuck.
Vegetarians are cool though.
I'll make
cool.
I will make concessions where concessions are due. But anyways, anyone who thinks the act of eating an animal is somehow like the PETA motherfuckers, I'll take vegetarians.
That is very different from just like not eating steak.
PETA has lost its like.
But if you're a vegetarian for like dietary or religious
who gives
reasons,
a shit? That's you, bro. You know, I'm not going to tell you what the fuck to eat.
You give a shit. That's what you're talking about.
You said, oh, you know what grinds my gears?
No.
People with dietary restrictions.
No, it's
what
not.
The fuck's
it's
wrong
not
with
dietary
you?
restrictions. It's more like dietary religions where they're like, if you eat meat, you're an awful person.
Oh yeah, like a Muslim not eating pork, right?
They don't necessarily go, you're an awful. They're just like, yeah, you shouldn't eat that because it's not clean. They're just
it's a sin.
In their religion, who gives a shit?
So yeah, you go to hell.
You don't have
Sorry.
to. Oh, so you
are a terrible person.
Wait, so whatever the fucking agnostic person believes in hell. Like it's like that's
I don't believe in hell.
Exactly. That's like saying eat shit and die. It's like, okay, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Like that's why I'm like, that doesn't really carry any weight in this
But if you're Christian, you believe in hell.
Okay, that sounds tough for you, buddy.
Exactly.
What the fuck does that have to do with me?
I just said, what if it's for dietary?
Yeah, you're like, oh no, you can't do that
again.
You're like, oh, it's a religious thing. Like, okay, what about this one? What do you mean?
That's not. Or that is a whole group. I don't. Okay, so I guess if we're going through all the exceptions to this, I don't care if it's a religious problem. I don't care if you're Indian. I don't care if you.
So they can be vegetarian as long as they're Indian.
No, I'm saying like
they're not.
I know
Hindu or something. Yeah,
Hindi. That's what I was looking. Okay, but anyways, God, you guys have derailed my whole point.
I was trying to keep you from saying something you didn't mean.
No, not that.
Be very insensitive.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to not say something you're gonna regret later on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna end another fucking compilation at some point.
Dude. Honestly, at this point,
we keep saying we're gonna make a compilation. We haven't done it yet.
I feel like at some point, if I ever run for like a position of power, they're just gonna be like,
you can't.
I
don't want to tell you. You literally can't.
You, bro?
You got no faith in your friend.
Yeah. I don't.
I have faith in you. It's okay.
Thank you, Darren.
Okay,
anyways,
do you know how many we have?
There are dumber people elected.
This is episode like 73. There's literally days of fucking footage of you saying ridiculous shit out there. I hope you know that. Days.
Maybe like a couple hours.
Nah, it's days.
A few hours.
Was it the mustache or the man? For context, he was talking about Hitler.
It's, you know what's really funny? My dad called me that the night that episode went up, and he was like, what the fuck did he mean by that? I was like, I don't know.
Anyway, you hate vegans and vegetarians and Hindi and Muslim people.
No,
apparently,
yeah. I hate non-meat eating Karens. That archetype of people. Okay. I do not like them. Okay. Specifically those people. You could be any group, but if you're that type of person, I hate you. See what I'm saying? So anyways.
Hate is a strong word.
I dislike your stance and I wish you would shut the fuck up. Is that
That's better. Yeah. I'm starting to get on your side a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways, because when you go through the whole like logical rigmarole of what they're trying to say, they're like, we're the only like I can understand. I can get behind the whole excessive cruelty. To some cases, yeah, like you boil a lobster alive and now there's scientists saying they feel pain. I'm like, yeah, that'd be a pretty fucked up way to go. Because I don't know if you know this, when you boil a human alive, we feel everything for the entire 30-minute to hour duration that we're boiling. And you know why? Steam doesn't destroy nerves. Only fire does. There was this case of a guy falling down a manhole in some buttfuck place in like the UK, and
Steam doesn't, but what about boiling water?
same shit. I mean, it's just it's raising your body's temperature. It's not killing your nerves. It's simply just you're feeling that pain immensely.
It's like it's cooking you internally.
It's just cooking you internally, but it's not like it's
felt
not
like it would, like-
burning you to where you lose consciousness and
Yeah.
you crisp.
I was gonna say I felt like it would like boil your nerves or some shit, make
No.
them like burst.
They like your body's really fucking resilient to a fault.
It is, yeah.
Exactly why like being burnt alive is somewhat favorable because you pass out between like I would say like a
because you're
minute.
inhaling the carbon dioxide.
Not only that, then like the heat makes your head because your head can't function properly.
and it's dry heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're steaming, or in the case of the lobster being boiled alive,
Yeah.
there's an argument that shit is painful, and we
There's
don't
an argument. It might be a little bit painful.
Does
Yeah.
this
Man,
hurt
it's not
the
hard to
lobster?
fucking kill a lobster humanely, just and then throw
Yeah,
it in. Yeah.
but you know. Anyway,
But they say it doesn't taste as good or something. I don't know.
the souls of the
Yeah, I know.
damned must be inside the.
Oh, I don't know if you remember that shit or not. Jake made like a fucking everything sandwich. One of the ingredients was lobster soul.
He like killed the lobster. And then
But yeah, back to the point
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like with them, it's like okay, I can understand that. I can defend that argument with the whole lobster soul thing. But like when it comes to like okay, me eating my chicken nuggets doesn't make me the spawn of Satan. Me catching and eating a fish does not make me a bad person. Because I'll give you this. Because we talked about this a little bit earlier. Put any fucking animal in the same position to eat something.
Yeah.
They don't hesitate. Even fucking deers will eat a dead body, which
Chickens
is
eat
something we
chickens.
Googled. Huh?
Yeah, they do.
chickens eat chickens.
Chickens eat chickens. Like, so that this whole like moral high ground of like, you should treat them better because they wouldn't do you dirty. It's like, bitch.
You know, my girlfriend used to feed her bunnies chicken nuggets.
I mean, that's the thing.
I can't imagine a fucking bunny just nibbling on a fucking chicken nugget.
Have you
and, like,
seen them
swallowing
eat
that shit
cardboard?
whole.
I mean, it'd be like,
I mean, they
the
Oh,
same-
probably,
yeah, all the
they
time,
probably
but-
like sniff it, think it's bread because of the breading, and then just tear into the meat, and they're like, oh, okay.
because bunnies eat bugs. No, I
Also,
thought they
chicken's
bugs.
very like it's ground, so I mean, it's not hard to chew into. Like,
Yeah.
like their teeth would probably be fine with
Yeah.
that.
Like I'm just
Like,
like,
a
imagining
steak or
like,
some shit. Like, no way a bunny could eat that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to like all that stuff, my whole thing is like I think the way a lot of that shit is gotten is very inhumane.
Which
So
is
I'll
a
say
fair
that.
point to make.
Yeah.
Now,
So I can understand someone not wanting to eat meat for that reason.
Yes, which is like I said,
Yeah.
that's in the same branch as the other things.
And even
But
like
guess what?
advocating
The
for you
cow
not
is
to,
still
but-
dead.
Yeah.
and I'm hungry. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, it's like this is. I mean, I don't know. I get it. It's like,
Exactly.
Because like if you
There's two-
protest it, they'll stop doing that to as many cows. You know what I mean?
there's
Stuff like
two
that, yeah.
sides of his story, but at the same time, it's also like I like not to say like it's impossible, but I can understand the cost effectiveness of a farmer. It's like, do I just make the meat death factory, or do I spend thousands of dollars on making a fucking ranch? You know what I mean? Like I can get that because when you have like millions of
know.
people asking for it, it's like they need
See,
that now.
As somebody who works in healthcare, I hate the vegans that are like, "Oh, can you recommend a product that doesn't have gelatin in the capsules?" I'm like, I don't even know. Like
Yeah.
that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. And they're like, "Oh, can I have like vegan fish oil?" I'm like, vegan fish oil.
Yeah.
Vegan fish
Yeah.
oil. I'm like, no, that's not a thing. I mean, you can have like there is an alternative.
I can
told
give
them,
you pescatarian fish oil if you want.
no, I
Like-
told them the alternative. I forgot what it was. It wasn't important to me, but I guess I forgot it. But I did a quick Google search. I was like, yes, this is the exact same like thing as
Vitamins,
fish oil.
whatever you
The
need,
same
yeah.
vitamin you would get from fish
Yeah.
oil, but it's called this because it comes from a plant.
like omega
not. It's like,
something.
but he's like, so is that vegan fish oil? I'm like, it's not fish oil. He's like, can you give me fish oil? I'm like, it's not vegan. It's
Nigga.
fucking fish oil.
Did you live through like fucking Family Guy skits every fucking day? And I feel so
Dude, the past 3
Yeah.
days have been full of them.
I believe it. God.
No, but like this guy's like, yeah, I mean, I hate these drug companies and these like wellness companies because they never put gelatin outside of the capsules. And I'm like, maybe they can't make it without fucking gelatin.
You
Yeah.
just have
It's
a
like,
bunch of
he's like,
powder
you ever
swirling
feel like
around.
it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's gelatin.
Yeah.
And then I used to work with a pharmacist who was vegan. She was a really cool vegan. Like she would still, she said fuck it and competed in a spaghetti and meatball eating contest.
Okay,
She's like,
so-
I'm vegan, but like I got to do this for the bag, and she won, and she got like $200 from it.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but like 90%, 99% of the year, she's a vegan.
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, yeah, even when it comes to like gelatin and like capsules and shit, I'm like, I can't, whatever, who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do what you can.
I mean, I've seen people. So y'all have seen like the lab grown meat and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I've seen people like morally disagree with the concept of like lab grown meat.
That's stupid to me.
Morally disagree. What
Yeah.
are
That's
the
the
grounds
morality
of
of that.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like,
they're like, yeah, we shouldn't do that. It's against God's will or whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't know. Like,
so hear me out.
Your fucking vitamins are against God's will then. Like, what are you talking about?
So
to me, I feel like that's like the most moral way to go about it is like
Yeah.
slowly over time phase out butchering millions of animals a day.
So I
and
was
just
gonna say,
kinda
like, wouldn't
make
that
lab-grown
also in
meat
the
more
same
common.
branch solve world hunger? And it's
You'd think it would, right?
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause
if you can,
We can solve
If
world
you can-
hunger. We just don't.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
'cause
like-
we have
But
so
I mean,
much
if you can
food.
also just grow steak on trees, I mean, fuck
Yeah.
it. You know?
that's what I'm saying. But like, and you
It's
go,
gotta taste like real steak first, but yeah.
Yeah,
but
I
if you
mean-
go like a step further into that conversation, if they're against lab grown meat, what the fuck is a hot dog, bro? At that point,
Yeah, that's not natural either. Like,
They just, yeah, I don't know. Like to me, I feel like that's probably the most like,
lunch meat.
yeah, like any
Bologna.
lunch meat. Yeah, I think it's like the most moral way to go about it. Just like slowly, like
I'd
phase
rather do
out
lab
meat, you know
grown
what I
meat
mean?
instead of bugs. Anything over the bug people.
Oh yeah,
The,
I've
the
seen
fucking
that, yeah.
Bill Gates bug meat farm. I don't want to drink
Yeah.
cockroach milk. That shit seems weird to me, dog.
Yeah,
So
I mean, because for me, like I would totally be vegetarian or whatever, but shit just tastes good. I'm not gonna. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
Yeah, I
Why
just
would I make
I like the
myself
taste
unhappy?
of burgers. I like steak.
that's
Yeah, I
basically
like
the crux of our argument.
Yeah.
as meat eaters.
That's what I'm saying.
good,
If they
yeah.
had some shit that tastes just as good, like why not? Fuck it, you know. I like cows. I'd rather them be alive.
and then these
you know?
motherfuckers swear up and down that this one
Like chickens.
bean burger will go crazy. I've tried, dude. Have you guys tried like vegetarian options? I've given the
I've
benefit
made
of the
an
doubt.
impossible lasagna before. It wasn't bad actually.
No, I'm saying you can make some. Good,
I
but,
kind of like
by
vegan
and
burgers. I'm
large-
not gonna lie.
Like what?
I kind of like Impossible burgers and shit like that.
I had them before too.
one.
It wasn't that bad.
It was like a bean pat.
Fast food Impossible burgers I did not like.
In my,
I forget
I didn't like
where
the
I've had
I didn't
them,
like
but-
the meat stuff we had at your pie either.
Oh, I mean the like vegan sausage from what I've had tastes like shit.
That was
but
that was
that
ass.
literally tastes like dog food. But
That was
the
ass.
burgers and stuff I've had taste fine.
I'm
Like they literally just taste like a school lunch. Like they're not as good as like an actual burger, but they're still like good.
Yeah, they're
You know what I
serviceable.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
You give like a 6 out of 10. Like I'll eat that shit. You know.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like they just don't have the same highs as meat. So it's like I don't even know if I would want that.
I don't know.
And then
Like
comparing is like, okay, I like imagine knowing what a steak is like and then eating a soybean steak. It's like, wow, you got the thing.
I mean, I get that, but at the same time, like, if it's only like 1 or 2 tiers down, I mean, I'd be fine having like steak be like
I just
a delicacy that I only have like once a year or some shit at that point. You know what I mean?
give me the lab grown meat, bro. Just go ahead and sign me up for the hot dog too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just give me hot dog too. But like, having a moral argument is that it's weird. Like because on that same note, why do people like power scale God if he's like all knowing and all powerful? God drew the line right here where I feel comfortable. It's like, okay, but so penicillin, cancer treatments,
Yeah.
just medicine in general, a fucking test, a cyber, like you said all that we can
The
go
ability to fucking fly. Yeah.
going to space was all within God's like, yeah, just go ahead, do it. But as soon as you start making artificial meat that doesn't kill people, you've gone too far.
You know, if you ask the Amish, all that stuff probably is fucked up, actually.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the Amish might be like one of the few people with like the smallest microplastic population. So I kind of take the word on a lot of things.
You
that
and
can't-
microplastics, bro. You're always bringing up microplastics.
it's so crazy because they can fuck with your brain and like do things because it's.
It's fucking drugs. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but
there's
it's like,
lots of things you can
I
bring
know,
up.
but
The
it's just
data
like,
is not clear right now, but there has been a like more than 10% increase of microplastics of dead people's brains in the past.
that's what I've heard here.
20
Like that, and
years,
that's like,
so-
ugh, you know.
I believe it.
Doing drugs and all that stuff fine, but imagine
But
like
like I
stuff-
said,
I
there's
didn't
not-
sign up for the microplastic. I signed
there's
up
not
for the
data to
drugs.
sign up. There's not data to prove that microplastics do anything yet.
Okay, because I've been
Yeah.
hearing stuff, but if there's not an okay, we'll wait. It's probably
It's only been
big
20 years. I mean,
it's probably
Or
big
not even
plastic.
like 5 years since they've.
But at the same
looking into
time,
that.
if like a percentage point of your DNA is replaced with fucking plastic, I'm sure there cannot be any benefit
It's not
to
your
that.
DNA. Like they
Yeah,
find-
I understand. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like the mass of your body, like a percentage of that is fucking
Yeah.
like just
Taken up by something foreign.
plastic.
Yeah.
Not even foreign. Like this shit's like not even fucking biodegradable. Like this shit
Forever
is,
particle just
yeah,
there.
like what the fuck?
I wonder if like that would make us like I don't know because I know they're doing like shit with like brain chips or something.
Like
the-
something like Neuralink and shit.
Yeah, like Neuralink, like
Yeah.
you can like now like have a synthetic arm, and like because your brain is saying, hey, it can move the little robot fingers. And
Those
stuff
exist already. But
Yeah, those were a thing before Neuralink.
No,
Actually,
I'm saying like,
Yeah.
there's-
I know what you mean.
yeah, trying to pimp that shit out. But I don't know. Apparently there's a new study. I just read on a random fucking Google News article. But with the microplastic stuff, there's like a blood filtering thing that's somewhat successful. But imagine having dialysis be mandatory for like just to be normal. I don't know. That's like I feel like that's
What's
kinda-
dialysis again?
It's basically just cleaning your blood.
it's what your kidneys do, but they have a machine do it because your kidneys are bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Just filtering out the plastics, and they make a little small souvenir out of it.
I don't know. If you have like high cholesterol and stuff, would that be like a bad thing to do?
For what are you talking about?
Just like
dialysis?
Yeah, just like randomly do like dialysis fucking appointments or something. I don't know.
I mean, that's what you do for kidney failure because
Yeah.
you can't, your body can't do it.
Well, I'm saying like preventatively though, like to stop your kidney from.
I don't know if
failing.
it
like
works
just every
like
once in a
that.
while, like just do it. You know, I don't know.
I feel like you're still doing damage. It doesn't matter if you're like just manually pumping out the damage. The fact is the kidneys are supposed to be doing that automatically. At a
Well, because like
faster rate.
I'm just thinking like on machines you do
Mm-hmm.
maintenance on them. You know what I mean?
like you're taking your body in for an oil change.
Kinda, yeah. Because I mean, think you don't change out the oil in your body. You know what I mean?
No,
Your
you
body
don't.
does.
I mean, it does over
makes-
time. It like recycles it and everything.
I mean, it makes blood. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Because I mean, yeah, but typically like you need to like flush that shit out. Like on most things, you need to like fully flush it out. You can just like add it in as you're, you know what I mean? Like,
Actually,
It's
I
a
don't know
little
too much
different.
about blood. I don't know if you know. Is our blood like a closed circuit to where like I know our
you're not spurting blood all over the
no,
place.
I'm saying
so, yeah.
closed
Unless you get a
circuit is
wound.
in like what exactly constitutes old blood versus new blood? Because I know your bones help produce blood, but like why? In what circumstances would your body make new blood unless you were bleeding? Is more of my question. Or is it not a circumstance where that happens?
I mean, your body is constantly making
It's
new
constantly
blood.
making blood.
But okay, so like, where is it?
He's asking what happens to the blood that is.
It's a cell. It probably just dies.
Yeah.
Okay,
They get rid of it like waste.
okay, so you just shit out dead blood
Yeah.
cells or something. Okay, gotcha. Or piss them out, whatever. Okay, that makes more sense. 'Cause that's what I was trying
I'm
to like.
curious then, what percentage of your like shit and piss is blood cells?
There actually is traces of blood in your shit, but it's not supposed to go over a certain amount because that means you would be bleeding internally.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay.
But like, there is a percentage of your shit and stuff that is just
It's
blood.
probably very, very, very small.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Because I mean, the blood
But I mean,
itself
if-
is small.
Yeah, but I'm
so-
saying if that is like some of your waste, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then that makes sense why you're producing more to like.
But also, like, your blood flow goes straight to your asshole too. So I mean,
is that we can get high from your butt?
I've not heard that, but it's why when you fuck someone in the ass, you get HIV.
yeah,
What the fuck does it do with blood flow? Now I'm lost. Like,
it's a blood transmitted
Bloodborne
disease.
pathogen.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
HIV, AIDS,
okay.
it's spread through blood specifically.
Okay, that makes more sense. That's
That's
why
also why you can take medicine through your ass, which is
That-
also where the drugs come from.
Yeah.
Who takes what drugs do you take up your ass? What
You can do coke up your ass.
Suppositories.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like
You can do coke up your
illicit
ass.
drugs. I was wondering what illicit drugs people are
you can
shoving
do
up
coke
their
up your
asshole.
ass.
Yeah.
You can do anything that can.
Because you know those
acid
stories
up
of
your
like people in airports who've overdosed on cocaine and other drugs, so they shove it up their prison pocket, but
Yeah.
the packaging or whatever bursts and they overdose.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that
Yeah.
stuff, but that's typically like them trying to hide it. It's not them trying to like take it. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's the same thing. It's being in. It's,
like how are you taking cocaine up your ass? Are you like fucking just like clenching on and like fucking sucking
no,
it?
it's
like,
it's a membrane, and like it goes straight to your bloodstream, so your body just kind of naturally.
or do you have to like bend over like in the mirror and like fucking like hold it open and like sprinkle it?
You know,
Like,
I mean,
I'm
the same-
sorry
no,
about the image to anyone listening, but
no,
like,
you know the same thing. How like,
I'm trying to like imagine how this
you know,
works.
Well, smokers do dip. You just get a little dip and drip, and then you're high.
Just like 2 little fingers worth of.
you just
cocaine?
Just get it in there.
I mean, I guess
It's
that's,
real, like
yeah.
it's less complicated than you think. 'Cause same
'Cause
thing, like,
I mean, a
shoving
line of
needle up
cocaine
there.
isn't that much either. So I mean,
Like,
that makes sense.
I mean,
but-
there's a dude on 1,000 Ways to Die who shot heroin up his ass, and then like I forgot what caused him to die, but like that was just how have you ever seen
probably
1,000
shooting
Ways to
heroin up
Die?
his ass.
Have you
Yeah.
seen, but you know how they always give like a little monologue about the person's life? He was
Yeah.
some kind of drug. No, what he did was he shot heroin up his ass, but like he did this thing where like he would chew gum and he would like dip
I
it
just
back.
had to use some like circular logic to get an answer. So I knew that. Yeah, it's basically what I said. It gets excreted through your fecal matter. But I
Okay.
looked it up, and there's not supposed to be any percentage of blood in your fecal matter. But then it's like blood gets excreted, like old blood gets excreted through fecal matter, like but it doesn't get reused.
Yeah.
Like all that shit
So I guess it is there. It's just like it's.
Yeah, I don't know why when I.
It's a
I don't know.
small number that they don't even count.
It's probably
as a
so small it's not
percentage point.
detectable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Which is what I was trying to say.
old
Which
is
makes
what-
sense, yeah.
It's waste at that point, so you don't need it. But the dude, how he killed himself? He was chewing gum and he would like refill his gum with like a sugar thing, but he also had gunpowder or like some kind of like explosive next to that. And so he dipped his gum because he was high and he was trying to get higher. And so like, he dipped his gum in like this explosive powder. And then like when he closed his mouth, it, created an explosion that blew his jaw off and killed him.
Doesn't sound realistic.
It does sound realistic now. I'm like replaying in my head. It's probably just like, it was probably just for dramatic effect. Because thousands of them, like half of those were probably
How the
fucking
fuck did
fake.
he die?
I was gonna say
That's what they said his death was, but I mean, it's probably
I don't
just
think
drugs.
1,000 Ways to
Probably
Die.
just overdosed.
I don't think all of the things in 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, is that the
are
Adult
real.
Swim show?
No,
Spike. It was Spike TV.
Oh, yeah,
78.
Because the only thing I remember from 1,000 Ways to Die was this one episode where someone died while driving his car because a brick fell in his windshield and like crushed his skull
that
or
makes
whatever.
sense.
Okay, but what they said happened was there was this airplane flying in the sky and some like chemical fell out the back of the plane.
Uh-huh.
And then midair, it had like a chemical reaction and formed into a giant piece of stone that happened to fall through this guy's windshield and just decapitate him.
It's a real thing.
What fucking form? What do you mean it's a real thing?
It's 1,000 Ways to
There's
Die.
there's Mythbusters did an episode on this too. When people shit and pee on the plane, it gets mixed with chemicals and it solidifies into like a stone kind of thing. It falls off
killed
the
by
plane.
flying shit.
Dude, what?
That is so
it basically
unfortunate.
like freezes the stuff and then dumps it out. But they're supposed to be like microscopic particles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to
sometimes-
come out in like a huge load. But like it can come out as like fucking ice cubes or something. But yeah, there are like chemicals that comes out of planes that can form into.
So he
hard
got
things.
killed by a rock of shit.
I don't.
at like
I wouldn't
speeds.
jump to that. I don't know. Let me look it up.
That's really, but like the whole
That's
point is that it's supposed to be
crazy.
uncanny and unfortunate deaths.
Is that what chemtrails are?
No, but there's actually a thing called cloud seeding.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They actually just
What is
make
that?
it's when you
Probably
make
just shooting fertilizer all
no,
over the
it's
place.
it's when you make clouds to help it's not like super effective. Basically, you help make rain in certain areas, like Texas does it. And that's probably one of the reasons. It wasn't like the main reason, but the part of that flood that just
It's
happened.
not part of the fucking reason that flooded.
No, they said it was probably it said it was negligible. As in, like it had nothing to do with it. But
Like,
like
this motherfucker been on the wrong forums.
no,
probably.
nigga.
because that's what people on those forums are saying. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the
No, no,
government's
no, I'm
controlling the
saying,
weather.
like-
Like,
basically I said it backwards.
The government flooded Texas.
No,
to-
not like the fucking Hawaii space laser, which was such a crazy.
What?
You didn't hear? That's why they said like there was a laser or something, like the laser experiment that caused the Hawaiian island fire.
No, someone hit the button.
no.
Oh,
no,
the
he's
fire?
something different. Yeah,
That was like the conspiracy theory, but like with
that
this,
can't be true either.
Dude, there's volcanoes on that island.
But anyways, no. Basically, they were saying that like even if it did, it would be negligible because they're not even that super effective. That's what they're saying with the cloud seeding. But yeah, there is a technique where you can make rain clouds, but it's not like it's just a help. It's not really like
Yeah.
you're not creating the fucking weather like a wizard, but. We're kind of getting to that point.
I mean, people say that they're creating the weather like a wizard all the fucking time. So, I mean,
Yeah, those are mostly like flat earthers though. That's where they go into like they're creating the clouds and the earth is flat and there's like a fucking ice wall or whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Dude,
I remember those conversations.
I would just love because that's the thing. Like to be a flat earther, you have to have a level of like denial that's almost like sinful. It's like the sin of pride. You think you know so much that like you can't be wrong.
I mean, I've always said this. I think people just want to be special. Like,
You think that's
Oh,
the
this is what. Okay, so
yeah.
when people shit and pee on on the plane, it gets stored in a tank and emptied when they
Land.
land.
Yeah.
But what the Mythbusters were doing was a leaking toilet on the plane that could form a giant ice cube and land and kill someone.
Oh.
And they proved that it
So there's no
happen.
chemical that comes off the train
Yeah,
or
yeah,
plane
yeah.
and makes a chunk. Could have been ice. I don't know.
Yeah.
it's just high altitude piss.
No, I just said it's ice. Like,
But you said like so it's releasing. So
well, it's like a leaky pipe on the plane.
oh, a leaky pipe. I
Yeah,
thought
it
you meant
can
like
form
from
into
the,
an
I thought
ice-
you meant the
that's the-
bathroom was
that's the-
leaking. Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's from the toilet, but I don't think
it's water, not
Yeah,
Okay,
like, not-
gotcha.
Or probably mostly water, a little bit of pee.
The one I saw for some reason in my head, I vividly remember it being fucking stone that fell. Like it was like a big ass piece of like fucking
Rock?
granite or some shit that just fell on this person. Like I remember that shit like just looking like a cinder block in the animation they had.
Oh, they always do like the fucking crash. They were like showing like the
Yeah. Like I dead ass remember that shit being like a fucking cinder block just falling through their windshield.
Dude, another one I remember, and I remember this so vividly because it freaked me out. It was this lesbian couple having sex, and then like one of them had
Where
like
did you see this?
1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, okay.
She had candy lingerie, and then her girlfriend went down on her and choked on one of like the fucking Smarties. It was like this really, and like I was just like, as a kid, I was like fucking 8. I was just like, damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
And it bothered me because I was like, I liked candy, and I was
That
like,
seems so like preventable too.
it's just so crazy.
You
that-
can't get it out, you know?
Yeah, it's on a
Something
string. You
fucking-
can't just pull it out.
No, it's like an individual piece that got
Oh.
into your
Yeah,
throat.
because you're supposed to like break it off and
How does a
shit.
tiny piece like that cause you to
It was
choke?
fairly big. It was adult candy lingerie, and
But
I
like
guess
still, like, are
I've
you?
seen candy lingerie. Like it can't be that big.
I don't
feel
know.
like-
It killed her. So I mean,
I thought even then, like, you can like
Swallow
Heimlich,
that.
you can Heimlich yourself if you want to. Just go,
Yeah.
you know. Just,
I
like,
once
do that
almost
shit.
choked on a cheese stick. Or I was choking on a cheese stick when we had like family over. We went to like Applebee's or some shit, and I got like the
I was thinking
appetizer
of-
for mozzarella sticks.
Yeah,
For some reason at restaurants they make the cheese like super stretchy.
yeah.
I was like 6 and I was choking on it, and then everybody just looked at me as I was choking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like didn't know what to do. I was like about to pass out. I went into my own throat and just pulled it out, and I was like,
Bro, I'd be mad as hell. Like,
I
everyone
was
just
mad.
staring at me, bro.
I was like, nobody fucking called anybody to help. Like, oh my
nobody
god,
gave a fuck there.
Darren
Just-
got it.
They were looking at me. They just didn't.
Let's
Shit.
see if he can handle this.
Fucking most incompetent people on fucking planet Earth. Okay, anyway.
No,
You have to like fall
Darren, it
down.
was survival of the fittest. You had to do it yourself.
Squidward died from choking on that fucking fork.
Yeah, the
you
fork.
gotta just fall down.
That
like
was gonna be me in like a minute.
and then Darren, you okay? What are you choking? Are you choking?
Oh my god! Someone call an ambulance.
Yeah, but damn, bro, I did not think I had enough in the tank to shit talk vegetarians, but like vegetarian Karens specifically.
Because you hate them.
We made our points. What was your point again?
Uh,
Like a real point, not like a hasty generalization
my point
that
was
could be seen as insensitive.
He was like, I just don't like those people. That's what he said. He's like, I don't like those kinds of people.
those people. But yeah, my point was that you should not
They're annoying, so I fucking hate them.
kind of that, but
Or are they annoying to you?
I don't like self-righteous people because I think what it comes down
I
to
think it's very
Aren't you
self-righteous
being
of you.
self-righteous?
Yeah.
huh?
Aren't you being self-righteous for saying
No,
you eat meat?
I'm not. Okay, so what? Let me define.
I'm not self-righteous.
Let me define. What is?
I'm humble.
What is self-righteous?
said the Buddha?
What are traits of Jesus, and how can I do that?
I love the saying of
Oh, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have a moral superiority over anybody. No, I don't.
You
you're
do over
talking about having
vegans.
No,
You're
no.
literally saying you do over vegans.
I don't like them niggas, but they deserve to exist. They just annoy the fuck out of me.
No one's saying if you have a moral superiority, you're not saying someone doesn't need to exist.
If they annoy you, wouldn't you be not annoyed if they didn't exist?
You're quite literally explaining how you're being self-righteous right now. I hope you realize that.
Hold on, let's keep going. It's like deeming their own beliefs, actions, affiliations to be of greater virtue than
Calling
those
somebody
of
else self-righteous because you disagree is such an oxymoronic way of thinking.
Like the more you read it, the more and more it's sounding like you
Yeah.
are.
No,
Keep going. Let's hear more.
No, and no.
No, keep going. You said and there's more to it.
No, that was it. Basically, it's
Okay.
like the state of mind, and then it goes to take religious. I'm not going to the religious part of that, but no, I don't. I just disagree with them, but I don't hold myself in a higher.
Oh, so you think they're equal to you then?
They have
Oh, so you're a
rights.
fucking pushover. Anybody you disagree with, you just let them
Yeah.
do as they please.
No, they have rights. I just think like you know.
Why'd you just change your like stance so heavily? Like, bro, it's the most like fence sitting shit I've ever heard in my life, bro. This motherfucker just said like, oh no, never mind. They're great. Love them.
Because
Karens, love that name. My favorite name.
I
hate meat actually. It's the worst.
When it comes to terms of being self-righteous, I just I'm not that guy. But I think
What's that guy? Self-righteous? Are you trying to like defend yourself now?
I think what Alfonso's trying to say is that he doesn't make meat eating his personality.
yes, I don't make me eating my personality.
That's quite self-righteous of you.
No. But I don't know. Do I have anything else that's like that grinds your gears? Y'all got anything else like not in the self-righteous thing, but more of like, you know.
I know I do, but I'd have to like think. I don't know, like off the top of my head one.
Is it just like a human interaction and once it happens?
You would
like,
have to like list stuff to me for me to be able to like pinpoint it. You know what I mean? Because I know I got shit like that. I know there's like certain things that do like piss me off, but I can't imagine like right now what it is. I'd have to see it.
People who say they do their research and it's like a Facebook article or Google.
Oh, yeah. That would be annoying.
That doesn't like piss me off, but it does annoy me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It pisses me off when I'm
talking to them.
Yeah.
If
you're trying to, if they're like
they think their point is now correct because Facebook and Google.
Because something said so. Yeah.
The AI,
no, I agree. That does piss me off sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
People who think their exception is the rule, which is very vague, but
I mean, people use like anecdotal evidence
that.
is like the pure thing. Yeah, like I get that. I get what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Like people like
who use their personal life
this happened to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
this happened to me, so this is the way it is for everything.
Yeah. Those people kind of suck. I was gonna say people who have like a not like a God complex, but like a savior's complex. Do they annoy you? Because those people annoy me.
No, honestly, I don't really care.
You know, like if someone's like, let me.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would need like an example.
Yeah, example of a savior complex, because it can annoy me, but also I understand it at the same time.
Like at a certain,
because if someone's coming at something from like an actual like positive perspective, even if it's annoying, I can like I'm not gonna hate someone.
It would piss me off if like one of my coworkers performed CPR and was like, "You should thank me. I saved your life." I'm like, okay, take a step fucking back. Like,
yeah.
I guess it was more of like the nice guy syndrome. Like when I'm in my like a savior's complex. Like I guess the closer to what Darren's
okay, if you're doing something for the reward,
compliment or like the
yeah. Because I mean, at that point, you're not doing like, excuse me, like you're still doing a good thing, but you're not doing it for a good reason. You know what I mean?
So if you don't have a good reason, you should just let them try. I don't know. It sounded kind of funny.
No, I mean, I would still rather you save the person, but like,
it's I don't got a good reason. I'm sorry.
I mean,
good luck.
You're not automatically a good person for that, though. I don't think you're automatically a good person just because you do good things. Yeah,
ooh, that's such like it's a meta. I mean, I get where you're coming from with that, and it's a very like it's a nuanced tank. Would be like because it's like at what point does a bad person be a bad person if all they do is good things, but they have bad thoughts or bad intentions? Like, do you qualify? If like all I do is like good things.
I mean, you could go through your entire life as a bad person and no one would know, as long as like you're doing your things for like the wrong reasons. So that makes sense.
Like sociopaths.
I mean, I don't know.
So
like
I think like people who like murdered 32.
Can you give an example?
I'm trying to think of a good example right now. Because I mean, there's not that many things that people would do purely for like self benefit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, okay, I'll use this as an example. Someone who uses like religion in like a specific way, when like every single thing they do is for the sole reason of like, I don't want to go to hell. So I'm just going to do this stuff because like, it's going to keep me out of hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do it because it's the right thing to do. I'm just going to do it so I don't go to hell. Like, I'm scared of that place. I'm not going there. Like, you're not a bad person for that, but like, it's not, you're doing a good thing for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The only like wrong in that, but it's only in that case with like the religious thing. It's like, is it the wrong reason?
That's just like the first example that popped in.
Because I'm like, in that case, you're moving with faith. It's like you don't trust the process, but you're still doing the process.
Okay, this is another thing that pisses me off is people who say you can't be non-religious and have a moral compass.
Oh yeah. I hear that a lot.
There was an AI religious debate I saw recently where it was like, because the whole thing is like, where does morality come from? You can argue evolution, but other people like the AI debate basically said there's a stronger, at least with the AI, it was like there's a stronger appeal, there's a stronger rationale that morality came from a higher power than it does from evolution. That's what the AI debate, and it was actually it was fairly thought out, and like there was still human input. But that was just something when you brought up that's like there is a very like hard to prove debate between Christians and like scholars, not even atheists, but like scholars themselves, like what came first in the chicken or egg of morality. It's like, okay, we know that we're different. We know that we're smart, but why do we care so much about other things? Did God tell us to care, or did we develop a care for like a reason? And if it is a biological reason, at a certain point, it doesn't make sense to do it. Like there's certain cases when like that biological reason stopped being biological. Okay, they shouldn't have done that there, but they did there. And then it doesn't work here. It's like it would only work if that was like a religious thing instilled into you to have that. But anyways,
my main issue with that is that it assumes morals are like objective when they're not. Like everyone has different morals. There's certain things that you might be able to be like, yeah, pretty much everyone agrees with this. There's always gonna be like some kind of exception to that.
Well, I think it was more like the term of like, I can't
because even then, like,
framed, but like
even then, like different denominations of Christians are gonna have different morals from each other. People in the same denomination of Christianity are gonna have different morals. That's the point.
I don't know if they address. I feel like they addressed something about that, and I can't remember what they said, but there was something towards that where they did bring up like the fact that there was like a range of morality, and like at what point, like where. Because
I mean, like on like a basic level,
what they did was they used the Bible. They used the Bible as a reference of morals because there was no other way to prove that. Then it's like, okay, this is what you follow. Therefore, if that's the morals established by what you believe in your teaching, and this is the true teaching, then that's how they did it. But I guess
and I mean I get that, but at the same time, most of the morals in the Bible are literally just like common sense, like biological shit. Like it's like, yeah, don't kill other people because you want them to not want to kill you later on.
More of them, some of them like biologically speaking, what is like the gain to helping others versus helping yourself?
So that, what do you mean?
Like helping yourself isn't like sure like helping your immediate family. The Bible preached like helping strangers that gave nothing to you. Like
so that your like DNA passes on.
No, like burden, like helping like the sick and like biologically, like most animals let the sick and like feeble die because you're a disadvantage. But the Bible preached, no, you take them and you still help them. That's like
what do you think is the most moral form of government?
Like an oligarchy, an autocracy, or democracy? Like,
sure. Let's use those three. Yeah.
Moral form of government, it would probably be. That's actually. Can I like expand to that just a little bit to explain like why I'm having hard trouble to give you an immediate answer?
This was going to go into my point I'm about to make.
Okay, basically, it's a little hard because with democracy, you have to go with John's argument. Everyone has different morals, so now you all are just like in a fucking battle royale for like whose morals are the most correct. With an oligarchy, you just kind of have to agree with like, let's just say an oligarchy is 3 niggas. You just have to agree with 60% of what the 3 people decide. And so it's a little easier to like get behind that. And then with an autocracy.
Yeah, but the thing is with autocracy and oligarchy, less people are getting a say.
That's less people getting a say, but it's like if you agree, like in a Dr. Doom scenario, if they're just that's if your morals align with their morals,
taking everything into account. Everything into account. What do you think is the most moral out of those 3?
Moral or amoral?
Moral.
I don't think they inherently have a moral.
Because democracies aren't inherently moral. It's more of like a majority rules, and if the majority believes in eating babies and
that's what I'm saying. Take everything into account.
That's what I'm saying. If taking everything into account, one is like a fucking. Ooh, that's what I'm saying. That's such an interesting point.
I think democracy has the most potential to be moral, but it's not inherently more moral.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say taking everything into account. Which one do you think is the most moral?
They're tied for me. I mean,
honestly, between democracy and oligarchy, only because it's the same thing. It's a peer group because that means like like even in the 3 people like scenario.
I mean, you said democracy has the biggest capacity to be the most moral.
Capacity. Yes, democracy does have the highest capacity. Because if the entire group is morally good, and that's being very loose, let's just say there's a moral good and a moral bad. If the entire group is moral good, then that means the world you live in.
Like if you were to
simulate, I don't even inherently agree with that either, because a pure democracy is literally just people voting on literally everything, which I don't necessarily agree with either. Like in a pure democracy, you don't vote someone into power. It's also very
slow. And
it's say in a pure democracy, you don't vote someone into power. You literally vote on everything your country does.
Yeah. Should we do this?
There's no representatives.
That's a republic.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it makes stuff better to have someone.
Yeah, but the 1-3 then everybody. That's like there's a balance between like the all because like at a certain point we understand that's why there's captains and heads of everything. Like there's a leader because at a certain point you do need quicker decisions being made, and you just have to trust that person's moral compass. Like I'll give you
every group has to have someone
calling the shots. Yeah. That's why I'm like in the sense
like
of
historically centralized governments have been the most successful.
Yeah. Because at a certain point, you do need to fall back on like one guy. You just got to hope that one guy is moral and just. But that's why I'm like, you can get like death cults. Like there's tribes of people that we eat people. We don't really give a fuck. And at the same time, there could be just one guy like eating people is wrong. No one in my entire civilization is going to eat a person. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, generally speaking, if your government is not moral, it won't last super long because they're going to get overthrown.
Yes.
Just generally speaking, it might be overthrown by another amoral
that's
one.
the thing,
but generally it will get overthrown.
Yeah,
before too
yeah,
long.
and
So,
that's what leads to a lot of like conflict and turmoil and just a lot of endless, senseless death because it's like no one has the right answer. Then everyone's just getting fucking their shit kicked in.
But then they try like a completely different government. Like they'll go from like a democracy to an autocracy or vice versa,
speaking,
and then it's still fucked up either way. So
historically speaking, at least in certain regions of the world, you just choose like the next abusive ex. It's not even like even like a different boyfriend though. It's like the same nigga who's like donkey punching you and like kicking you in the gut. It's like, okay, now this guy just does it with a knife instead.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
That's
uses a gun. He uses he
exactly.
gets it over with quicker.
Weapon we change.
Yeah, he gets it over with quicker.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's either between the autocracy and that's just wrong. Guys, you just gotta agree with 66%.
You said oligarchy, then you said democracy, and now you're saying autocracy.
He means oligarchy.
Okay.
Because he said 66%.
Yeah, either the 66% with the oligarchy, or what is like a good number of like morals you could willingly agree with everybody? Like 30%. You feel like is that like I'm just asking.
I'm saying everyone has
that's
different
like more
morals.
of an open-ended question. Do you feel like most people have like a 30% like we all agree on like don't kill, don't steal, or do you feel like even those kind of go out the window?
Well, because then you still have to question like, okay, how do you punish someone who does that then?
And then have enough people
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, really, you can't even say that.
Damn, that is tough. That is tough.
Yeah.
Damn.
What were you saying, Darren?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I was gonna give the example of form of government where it's like generally a representative democracy is considered like the most moral civilized like societies, you know what I mean? Like societies of the Western world. This comes from like the idea from classical thought of like the Greek era, right? Like just logic and what do you call it? Appealing to people's logos.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where that form of government came from originally. It was ancient Greece. That had nothing to do with the Bible. The Bible doesn't have a representative democracy in it at all.
Yeah.
So like that
they had kings.
Like literally the current fucking government you live in is a proof that morality can also not come from a fucking book. You know what I mean?
Fair point.
On the other hand, I would almost kind of disagree with that just from the perspective that like a lot of people see America as like God's country or
Which
whatever.
is a weird
they
stigma that we
use
have attached to
voice
ourselves.
that. Yeah.
I feel like this, but like
So from their perspective, anything that lines up with America's values would probably just be like the objectively correct one.
I'm trying to say their perspective is wrong.
because he's saying that
I mean, I'm agreeing with
Basically
you. I'm just
saying
saying
the
from their
starting
perspective,
point-
that's what they would say to that.
My point is they're wrong. Like,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
So you're saying because they're
Because they'd be saying like, oh, like
There's nothing in the
everything's being led
Bible
that way.
that
America is not in the Bible. Like, what are you talking about? You can't have morality without religion. Like, when your moral form of government is not in the Bible. Like,
yeah.
Well, even then, Rome was a republic, no?
Rome is a republic.
yeah.
So that's still what we use now. We use a republic. So I mean, that was in the Bible, really. I mean, if you think about it.
Those guys did bully the fuck out of the Jews.
Yeah, I mean, they were
They killed the guy.
they were the evil ones in the Bible, but they were in the Bible, you know.
Their little cliff on this
I mean,
government.
when Jesus was persecuted, they had an emperor. It was an autocracy, but they still had a republic.
Yeah.
But the figurehead was still the emperor. It was an
Yeah.
autocracy.
Well, I mean, it's what we have now. We have a president. It's just a different
Yeah.
name. They're still voted on or whatever, but yeah.
An emperor did have more power than the president, though.
I mean, yeah,
Like-
but it's still more or less
Yeah.
the same thing. It's in a republic and they have like a figurehead at the top.
Mhm.
So I
But
mean,
that further proves my point. If the fucking bad guy had your form, I don't know.
yeah, maybe they're saying America's bad.
That's
have
not what they're
to-
saying, though.
It could be.
we have to reclaim it. You know how you have to reclaim the trauma? We lost to the Romans and the Jews, and now we have to reclaim it somehow.
I was more so talking about the
Reclaim
Old
what?
Testament.
I don't
Because the New
yeah.
Testament is just the Old Testament put into practice, told through history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
reclaim democracy.
And in
or
the Old
republics,
Testament, there's
whatever.
no representative democracy form of
Old
government.
Testament was like, if you don't listen to me, I'll strike you down now.
I'll
like, Old
enslave you
Testament
and make
is
you
where-
build a
well-
pyramid.
Old Testament is where all of like the old literal like Christian values come from. Which is
Yeah,
why I
it was
was
also
trying
known
to say
for
that.
God being
Yeah.
wrathful versus the New Testament uses like a little more.
Well, the New Testament's also, like I said, told through a more historical scope of lens. Not like as per se like a supernatural.
Is New
Well,
Testament
it's-
King James an on, or is that I'm thinking differently?
Well, King James is just the Bible.
No, King James was the most.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like the most
that's-
published Bible.
That's what it was. I was
New Testament is just like everything that the Christians made. You know what I mean?
No, like what period? Like who? Like was it like right after Jesus died?
Old-
Like 1,000 years after Jesus?
I mean, it's
died?
multiple books. You know, the Bible is not just like one book, right?
I know
That's why
that.
when you cite a Bible verse, it has like the name of the book and then I guess the quote.
I guess more of what I'm
like
saying
it
is
spans thousands of years.
so is Jesus Old Testament or New Testament?
New Testament.
New Testament.
That's okay. So that's what I
Old
was,
Testament is Judaism.
that's what I was trying to remember. Like where
The New Testament
Yeah.
is
Christianity.
well, Christianity is both, but yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
it's what Christianity added on.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
okay.
like him explaining and spreading the Old Testament.
and then also being Jesus.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. It's him like spreading the Old Testament and using lessons from there to
A
teach
remastered
people.
version of the Old Testament.
And really, most of the New Testament's about people he taught spreading the word of Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, none of it's from his perspective. I don't think so.
no.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
It's a
that's why it's like the Book of John, Book of Luke.
yeah, it's a historical
Yeah.
lens, is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. It's physical, like not physical, but like recounts of things
Yeah.
that have happened.
Yeah. First eye testimonies.
Yeah, eyewitnesses,
Yeah.
testimonies.
Just go into the fucking validity of the Bible. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, it was more
I was
of
not
like the
expecting that.
morality. Well, 'cause morality. I mean, because that was like the precipice of like the whole thing is like, you know, the non-meat eating Karens have a morality thing, and I'm just like, I don't really agree with your claims.
When you start backtracking with Terry,
I had to slow my
make
roll
sure you're
first.
not self-righteous again.
I had to tone back the rhetoric just a smidge.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like morally, I mean, I think you started asking earlier, like morals. You're asking like, why would you help someone?
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
another thing. It's like the whole, like there's no like survival advantage to helping the second elderly, logically speaking.
It's to help other things.
It makes
in
you
your
feel
life.
good.
No, it's to help like other generations, though.
Where's the advantage to helping a 99-year-old person out of a burning building?
You think they can't contribute anything to society at all?
You don't even think life has inherent value?
I think life has inherent value, but that's my moral. I'm talking about the
He's saying like,
development
where
of
would
it.
morals come
Yeah,
from?
the
is what
development
he's
of it is
asking.
like I see that as a value, but
He's saying, why do you see that? As value?
is that like like an evolutionary thing? But if it's an evolutionary thing, we're like one of the only animals that do that, and like that doesn't seem like an advantage for most. Because even for a time, even if you want to get to like the nitty gritty, like morals were more of like a suggestion along like until very recently morals were a suggestion because when you took over
Other animals show some sense of morality, though.
Yeah.
Like
But-
there are animals that bury their dead.
but like that's
respect
not
the
it's
dead.
not like a wide that's what I'm saying like even then that's like very rare like most animals like
Well, even then, that shows that it is biological, though. If they do that, I mean,
I was just there's something to that, but you can also probably explain it by some like they do it to like be kind of ants do that shit to like keep their nest clean, like they throw out the dead bodies or whatever, and like those but like there's a logic you protect it like at the end of the day.
Yeah, they
there's
can
a-
throw the dead ants out, but why do they bury the dead ants instead?
probably just acid. I don't. That's what I would have to do some research, but like, it could be like a logical like a biological reason for that. Like they find some advantage to doing that or some.
that's what I'm saying. I think every moral thing kind of has like a biological
Or that's-
origin.
But that's what
really.
I'm saying. Like, is it religious to like want to help the elderly, even though it's like
No.
biologically speaking, like that's kind of it for them? Because like when it
Even
comes,
ancient humans, though, cared for their elderly and the
well,
sick and the disabled.
well, I was gonna say like
I mean, you wouldn't really
like
consider them
and let's
civilized.
say
What is the downside to doing
if a
it?
saber-toothed tiger breaks into my cave, am I really going to expand the same energy trying to get my 72-year-old mother out or my 2 5-year-old kids? It's like at a certain point, it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you're saying they don't have morality, you wouldn't save either.
well, I'm saying
Yeah.
like,
Because I mean, realistically,
Choosing
they
one shows that you have morality.
okay,
they would pick the kids.
yes.
Yeah.
But I can see the inherent, but most animals protect their offspring. That's not like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Saving someone who doesn't have that same level of like urgency as in like something that would help your survival. That's where my question is coming from. Like you save the kids.
But you're assuming the only benefit they can give you is like helping your survival.
No.
Even then, saving your kids isn't helping your survival. You can always have more kids.
Well, yes and no. It's more of like animals that have a longer. Elephants do the same thing. It's because you spend so much time raising
Stuff is
them.
pregnant
It's
for longer,
an
yeah.
investment. Like most animals have a sense of investment, and that's like not just privy to humans. But that's what I'm saying. You understand the investment in the child.
Animals feel loved, though, too.
Yes, some do. I know some do.
Even
Not
then,
all.
sometimes you're just gonna get rid of an investment too. I mean, you know, always.
I know like
do
otters throw their babies at predators. I hear.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying it in general.
I mean,
Like,
you hear about the experiment that they did with dogs where they threw them under
And what dogs?
I just had an experiment.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, I don't think it was an MRI. No, it wasn't. What is that thing called? Where they light up sections of the brain?
A CAT scan? No, it's not a CAT scan.
It's not
I
a
thought
CT
MRI
scan.
It is an MRI, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure that's when you look inside.
Well, an
CT
MRI
scan?
No, it's not a CT scan either.
I mean,
It's
I'm
something
just,
different.
I'm just saying medical shit. I don't know, man.
No, it's not either.
It's a
of those.
brain scan as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. They did a brain scan where they put him under the machine and everything, and then they would give them like a sense of their owner, and then like the same areas of the brain of a dog's brain lit up on a human's brain when they like see a loved one. So it's not just because we give them food and give them nice pats. It's because they genuinely like love us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is
So
it?
animals can like feel love. They have the
So
capacity.
is it not
to,
the
like, feel
condition
love
of being?
too.
So I guess would the love come from being reminded of that person, or be reminded of what you get from that person?
I was gonna say, is it a different part of the brain that pops up when they like see like food or
Yes,
something?
yeah, that's what they
Okay.
did. They gave them a sense of like a treat, and it was a different part of the brain that lit up.
Okay,
Okay.
but I mean,
Like it wasn't just like a love for food. You know what I mean?
yeah. Even then, like we're talking about like the old people thing, like that's assuming the only benefit you can get is if like they can contribute something physical to you. Like that's assuming they can't like teach you an experience or like something else. You know what I mean? Like they can't contribute anything else to you.
Which is a fair point. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but more of my point was like,
Because generally,
morally speaking, like, not morally speaking. No,
the more hands on deck you have, the better. More often than not.
yes, not. But it's like, do you want 20-year-old hands on deck or 9-year-old hands on deck? And I'm
If
like,
I had 20-year-old hands plus a 70-year-old hand, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing wrong.
Elephants, orcas, wolves, and wild dogs still protect their elderly too.
These are all pack animals that are very deep. Like I didn't know this, but wolf packs are like general. Like I thought they were like a conglomerate. It's literally just one. It's usually
But
like
why would
one
the
family.
why would the pack not get rid of the elderly then?
The weakest link.
Yeah. Under your logic, they should get rid of the weakest link.
Well, I would say that's like it's family. That's what I was like. That's why I was like, family is one of the only things I understand that kind of breaks that. But grammar was a bad analogy because that's family. So there's a connection there. But more of like, yeah, why would you help the old person, a random old person that's like, you know what I mean? Like take out the familial connection. That old person has less value than. Not even like trying to be like me when I said like I'm trying to like come from like a very cold logical standpoint. That old person doesn't give you inherent value in like a life or death emergency. If you're trying to move somewhere fast, helping that old person is more of like a commodity that you would give to family. It wouldn't necessarily prolong or enrich your survival.
I mean, I'd
on a-
argue that that's still where people's morals are. I mean, if you're about to die, are you going to go in and save some random older person that you don't know? Or are you going to save yourself?
Number one rule of CPR and first aid is to check your surroundings
Yeah.
and preserve your own life.
Mhm.
I mean, the majority of people will preserve their own life first, if that's what you're saying. Like, no one's going to get themselves killed
More of
just to
like-
save a random person.
If there's a chance of saving a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess more of those along the lines of like. What's one?
I'm not even saying no one. Like, I know a lot of people would, but just
No,
in general.
no,
like,
not that, but like with the whole like old person thing, it's like in the same vein of like I was thinking of like like why that just seemed like I guess like confers on points like there's not an advantage to doing this, so you wouldn't do that. So like that.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if it means I'm going to die.
Did I say number one rule or first step?
No.
I live
think
life
first step.
from my perspective. So, I mean, yeah, if I die, I'm fucking dead. So,
No. So okay, what was the original part of this? Because I want to make sure I'm staying.
because you're
with
saying, like, what is the, like,
the cutoff.
what is,
like,
you're saying, like, what's the moral reason to save old people? And I'm
Well,
like,
it was.
man.
I don't want to get
Because I was saying that morals like come from biology, and you're like, well, what's the biological reason?
No, that's
Like,
okay.
you
That's
go-
what I was going back
you know
to.
what I'm saying?
Basically,
Yeah,
it was between biology and religion. That's why I was like, why the old people was like that was a small section, but like, yeah, it's like biologically, at what point does that kind of factor in? But
because they contribute other stuff besides physical like labor. Like the only thing you like get out of having an old person near you is not them being able to strangle a fucking saber-toothed tiger or some shit.
Yeah, why does it have to be so nuanced? Like,
Yeah.
morality comes from both.
I mean,
Even then, like, what if they're good at fucking singing songs or some shit? Like something that like makes your day go by faster. That's still an evolutionary advantage. Like if you're happier, you're more likely to live longer. You know what I mean? It gives you some kind of enjoyment out of life. I mean, that is still like an evolutionary help or whatever.
yeah.
And she got a lot more philosophical.
Well, I mean, the whole point was like it was between the two AI robots. Like it was like either God gave us morality, or it's like we learned morality through something. And then like there's been other like I've watched other Oxford debates on it as well, so I've seen real people talk about the topic, and there's similar. The points are similar to the AI stuff. So
I mean, like I said, I'm not inherently religious. I mean, I'm agnostic, so I mean, I don't really see like anything inherently like not true about any of that stuff. I just think that, like, biologically speaking, you can't say it's not possible for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, they're both possible. There's nothing wrong with saying they're both possible.
Yeah, both are possible.
Saying one of them is inherently correct is just wrong.
Which comes into being, I guess,
because you don't know. Like, no one really knows.
And I think that's kind of where, like, I sit with religion.
It's from
like,
both, because you can have really bigoted moral reasons for doing things from the Bible. You know what I mean?
I'm not disagreeing that. I'm just more of like in the same vein of like just biological. Like, do you think evil people can't help being evil because it's just a biological advantage to be evil? Then
could be.
That's what I was like.
I mean, even if you're evil, that's your morality. That's still amorality.
Yeah,
I guess.
The fact that there are people who just have completely polar opposite
I wouldn't
morals,
say being evil. At that point, that would operate outside of morality. Because, like, do you think lions are evil when they eat and kill people?
Having a moral doesn't mean it's a good moral.
No. I'm saying, like, basically, I was saying with the biological. Like, that's what I was trying to ask. Is like on the biological side of things, like, if it's better to be evil, like. Is it really like a morality thing, or is that just, the optimum course of action is to...
I mean, the literal word evil has a moral connotation to it.
Who says it's better to be evil, though?
It's more of like...
It's subjective.
Well, couldn't you also say objectively that, like, bad people...
Even then, what is evil?
Evil
I'm trying to say evil is a moral thing on its own.
Okay.
You're applying your own morals to someone else. I'll use a better word.
Selfishness or like self-servingness. And that can be perceived as evil. That is something very antithetical to the Bible. The Bible is supposed to be like more outwardly giving. Being selfish is more of an inherent, like, that could be...
Selfishness is also in the Bible presented as a good thing. Like, we're taught to preserve life.
Yeah.
Selfishness is more of like just self-serving, if anything. Yeah. And like in that sense, that is.
But again, when you're like saving your life instead of that random person you don't know, you're being selfish.
Just simply self-service, and like you only do things to benefit yourself. That unless you see a gain for yourself, you're not doing it, and you will also
I would argue
to then benefit yourself that may not be morally good.
Well, I'd argue if you're doing that, you're still going to help other people because in the long run, it's going to benefit you more.
Well, I would say like in the sense of like because earlier we came to there's
because that's assuming that person has no social life at all.
It's more of like the good reason to do things and the bad reason to do things. It's more of like them.
They might do the exact same things just for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
and you know so they could live life the exact same way, and it's all for a different reason. That's what I'm saying.
Is that more of like you could argue that's just like the biological response is to do the things that give you the most advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
So is it? So it's not a religious thing.
That's what I said. Yeah.
No.
It doesn't have to be religious.
I'm saying like in that case, it's not a religious thing. But like for the religious argument, it's like it's not a self-fulfilling prophecy, but like it's almost like a call to action. And then like the biological thing is like this is like the most. I don't want to say prophet. What is like the it has to do with outcome. Beneficial outcome. Yeah. And I'm more of like question is just like not a question, it's just more of like my open statement, which kind of got this whole thing like started. It's just like I don't know which one is really like the first one. Like because like at this point, like you said, like it's really hard to tell which one came first because I can't really disprove God. I can't really disprove the biological thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's only one of them could be true, though. It's not like both are true. It's not like which one came first. It's like which one is it? Is
there not a case where I don't know.
How could your morals come from two places?
They couldn't work out like upon each other. Like
how?
Like you could say, let's just say God is in this scenario, because I feel like there's the only way to do this. In this scenario, let's say God is definitively real, and if you don't believe him, you go to hell. Wouldn't you, by believing in God, the same way we talked about the moon earlier, wouldn't that also just kind of ingrain into your mind and future generations that this is the best path or the most beneficial path? Therefore, God then influenced your biological morality because God is supposed to lead you to utopia.
But he still created that, so he created it.
but then it's become manifested in your person.
Yeah, but he also created you.
But you have, are we going with free will in that case, so where you can still reject it?
I mean,
Then if we're going with free will, then no, then it is biologically reinforced.
But
because
he
you can
also
always deny it.
But he also created the concept of morals, though.
But you can always deny. That's the whole point. If you can always deny it, but you see like over time and time again, generation, that
you can't deny it. You just go to hell. People did do that. They just go to hell.
I'm saying like it's reinforced with the biological part of it. So technically both.
Because he made you that way. To feel biologically.
No, but we just said you can always reject it. It doesn't matter what you feel. You have the choice to reject it. So because you have the choice to reject it, but you have this, but you see in our reinforced the biological.
You have the choice to reject it because it gave you free will.
Yes. But it's biologically there now as well as religiously
because
there.
He made you to have that biological urge. What do you mean?
No,
that's the whole point.
No,
if he fucking made you, he made your biology too. They're not separate.
Okay, it's more of like the free will aspect. Like, okay, do you feel like free will and biology are like related, or do you feel like they're two separate things? Do you feel like animals like?
I mean, I don't know if free will exists. I don't know.
Okay,
that's assuming it's just like a thing. I'm like,
we're getting way too like philosophical. We're getting to the
fucking
weeds.
modern day Socrates.
I know we're getting into the fucking weeds of the conversation.
I make decisions, so I believe in will. So I believe in free will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if free will exists. I act as if it exists personally. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make a difference in my life whether it exists or not. So, I mean,
that's probably the most.
It's a nothing burger argument.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean, like, I don't give a fuck if it exists or not. Yeah.
Like,
people who don't think free will exists sit there explaining why they don't believe in that.
Free will. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make
They have the free will to explain why they
yes, my biology made me give this debate right
this
now.
This NPC dialogue.
Yeah, like what? Okay.
This unprompted shit.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's the same way I feel about like religious stuff.
You feel so strongly about this. It sounds like you do have free will. I don't know.
No, my biology made me feel strongly.
I never understood like the not having free will shit.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
the Matrix made me wake up.
That's kind of like how I feel about that stuff. I'm like, I don't care if we have free will or not. It literally makes no difference. You know what I mean? Like,
I still make decisions. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like I make decisions, so whatever. Yeah. I mean,
well, I feel like we talked about this in the really like early episode, but it was like an article I read about like how like you know how there's always like some scientists saying some shit, but basically your body makes decisions before you do, like consciously. So technically the idea of free will is gone because like you already made everything.
You're talking about like a Neil deGrasse Tyson debate or some shit.
It was some shit like that.
That's
like,
something he would say.
The parts, like everything.
I remember seeing that video. Actually.
Everything in your body already said yes before you said yes, so technically you didn't choose it, but you just went along with the
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you make decisions off of a line of reasoning based off of things that have happened to you before.
But you didn't make those decisions. Your body did.
No, your body.
Like,
no, but you didn't make that decision, Darren. Your biology made that.
Your body.
See, like it doesn't fucking contribute to anything. Like, what's the fucking difference? I don't know.
It's spicy. You get to think about things differently.
I thought no before I said no. Okay, like.
No, you didn't think no. Your biology, no. Yeah, your atom said no. Like what?
And then you said no.
Yeah, I mean it's like the same.
Yeah, I've studied biology. I know what chemicals. Like I don't know. Like
yeah, that's how I feel about like the religious stuff too. Because I'm just like it literally makes zero difference to me. I don't know.
In your day to day, I feel like religion doesn't pop in a lot. No.
Well, I mean, like even then, like from like a moral standpoint or whatever, like
and what.
Where the morals came from does not
like the
make
chicken
a
and egg
difference.
Conversation doesn't matter. Yeah.
Like
I mean, yeah, it's just more of like
I mean, not chicken the conversation or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
If you pray daily, religion would come up daily.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're religious, it matters. But if you're not religious, it doesn't matter. At all.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like if someone came down, they're like, "Oh yeah, God's real." I'd be like, "Oh, okay." And then I'd
guess I believe in God now.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I guess I'm Christian now. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, now I have an answer. I guess. I mean, like,
cool. Where does God come from? What's his name? Who's correct? What?
Wait, which one?
Oh my God.
The Mormons. The Mormon God was the correct one.
No, never mind. You can keep
pulls
him.
up the plates. He pulls up the secret undergarments. Come on, brother.
Guess I'm soaking tonight, boys.
The only religion preserved in the Fallout universe so far are the Mormons.
That's so funny.
The plates, baby, is them fucking plates.
It's still so funny to me that like Jews still exist in Dune. That's like the funniest shit to me.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before.
There's like a fucking planet where the Jews have just been living
Have you played
underground.
Wolfenstein?
I need to.
The New Order.
I've never played any of the Wolfenstein
I've
games.
watched clips of it. Is that the Nazi one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the super suit? Sorry, that's
Like-
very
like-
vague.
You're talking about like the Blitzkrieg armor, right?
No. It's not.
I've only
it's
ever
not the
seen them-
Germans don't use it. It's
I've seen the paper please scenes.
So
where
the
they're-
Jews were like an ancient people. They're like dwarves where they just made like technology that mimics magic. So there's this like Jewish lady in a wheelchair in the game, and then you give her this like ancient armor of her people, and it's like Jewish made armor from like the Hebrew days, and you use it, or she uses it to kill Nazis. You use it in 2 sequels down with the one with like his kids,
Yeah.
Blazkowicz's kids,
Yeah.
like I forgot Youngblood. They use like the weird fucking looking Hebrew suits, whatever the fuck they call it. I thought that was so weird. They decided to like
Make it a
write that
thing.
into canon, where
Yes.
the reason Nazis were like killing Jews was because
They had better technology.
some shit like that. I don't know.
I mean, he did go to Egypt, so he was definitely looking for some
For some reason,
ancient.
the Nazis were like really big into the paranormal.
Yeah, they
I
went,
mean, they went to
Egypt,
fucking
Antarctica.
Yeah, Antarctica.
Didn't they like believe in like the hollow earth and shit too?
Well, okay, so basically,
I don't think they believed in it, but they weren't like
They're like
shut out.
investigating it.
The area-
Investigating it, exactly.
the
Yeah.
Aryan race came from some horse people that went into India. So
What
like,
the fuck did you just say to me?
The Mongols?
no, they were no,
the Aryans are like.
they conquered India first. They was
Oh, like
yeah.
the literal like real Aryans.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Okay,
I thought you were saying like the fucking blonde hair, blue eyed Nazi people like evolved from horses.
no, but that's what I'm
You saw
saying.
the fucking horse
Like,
people. I was
but-
like imagining like a fucking reverse centaur or some
But
shit.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like that's probably why. Because like even then, like the whole like title you're clinging because you took the Indian
That's
symbol
still
and fucked it up.
historical. That's not
Exactly.
like-
But I'm saying that historically he took like a whole different group of people and said that is us, we are them, and then just kind of ran with their symbolism and very loosely. And then he started like doing all these fucking weird side quests to look for more like religious and like spiritual shit. But it
Okay,
came
yeah.
from the religion that came from the horse people that came down to India. That's what I'm saying. Like they went to a very religious place, a very meditative place, and he's like, "Bro, give me some more heroin. I know what we have to do." Because Nazis took heroin to fight longer.
I do that too sometimes.
To fight longer? Or
Yeah. Yeah. I take heroin to when I go in downtown Atlanta sometimes just so I can fend off the cops for a little bit longer.
bang. Ooh, okay. This is another thing. This has nothing to do with like anything we've talked about. This is like just a whole sidebar. But like actually it kind of does with morality. Anti-social personality disorder is fucking scary. That because you know that do you know what that like actually means or what it like
No, I'm just imagining someone who's antisocial.
basically
Yeah, same.
basically
Somebody
it,
who's,
it
like,
has a
super
lot to do with
paranoid.
like murder
Yeah.
because a lot of murderers because think about it, most normal people feel like when you kill somebody even in war people feel sick and disgusted. That is a biological response. You're not supposed to feel good killing people. Antisocial personality disorder, and it's not always the thing. You can train like a good-hearted person to kill, but basically, it's easier for someone with this disorder to happen because you kind of have like, I'm not a psycho, I'm not a therapist, whatever, or a psychologist, but from someone watching these videos, watching someone explain it back to me, what I get from that and what I understand how I'm going to put it into my words is basically you have like an impromptu God complex to where you see everyone as a pile of meat and you only see what you can do with that meat. And you see yourself as like the most important one because you see yourself as above it because you're aware that you're a pile of meat and nothing matters. It's like taking nihilism and a God complex and putting it in one person. It's like nothing matters, but at the same time, I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm free. And those type of people,
I mean, they're not wrong. They can.
and that leads to them not. But the thing is, what the chains that they're like breaking out of are just normal human social. Like you're not chained by others. You're supposed to feel bonded to others, but they see it as chains, and therefore they have no problem like torturing and killing a person because
I
they
would
don't
not
have.
lump all people with
No,
a disorder and
no,
saying they're all
that's
okay
not-
with murdering.
What?
And torturing
Not everything
people.
I say has
That's
to
part
be
of the
like,
diagnosis, though. It's like total remorse and like an absence of remorse
yeah.
and disregard for people.
Yeah, it's disregard for like life, and I'm not.
But no, I was saying not all of them want to just torture people as like a result of that. Though.
But I'm saying like those who have it.
That would turn them into a psychopath or sociopath.
Yeah, those who have it, those who do atrocious acts 9 times out of 10 clock for that, if not a mental impairment. It's because they just don't have empathy in that way. Yeah. And it's just like, what I was saying earlier.
Sense,
yeah. It's just, but at the same time, it's interesting to watch when you're watching like these police body cam footages, or like, I love watching interrogation rooms now because I'm starting to like, because I
used to watch those a lot.
Because I used to get bullshitted a lot.
My girlfriend would watch the XQC VODs of him reacting to those.
But like,
I don't know why, but
like, besides John's pranks and shit, like I used to like, because I grew up in a way that like made me somewhat gullible, because like I would have to just trust people because anyway, my upbringing, basically I had to trust people, and I was raised with a. What's the word? I was raised with a default appeal to authority. Like if you're older, like the same thing your parents teach you, like respect your that shit. So I kind of deferred to like if you had an authoritative tone, like you probably knew what you were talking about. But after watching like these interrogation rooms, these fucking people with antisocial personality disorder think they're God. So of course they speak like they know what they're talking about. Not all of them do.
I just want to say something real quick.
What?
I want you to hold on what you're saying.
Hold on, let me just make sure. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna forget. Hold on.
I just think it's really fucking funny. You're talking about like how I fuck with you a lot all the time.
Mm-hmm. I
was literally planning on pranking you earlier for like no fucking reason. It wasn't even a prank. I was just gonna straight up lie to you for like no reason. I was gonna tell you that fucking that Pink Pantheress was upstairs.
That would do nothing for me.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to like think of like a random like celebrity who's like would be believable if I didn't know who they were, but you would know who they were. And I was like, oh yeah, no, like KJ's friend is over and like her cousin's Pink Pantheress or something. Like if you want to go, like I was like, do some shit like that. And then like I realized KJ wasn't even home, so I didn't do it. That's the only reason why I didn't do it.
Thank you, KJ.
You could have just been like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
If you're gonna lie, like what the fuck stop there? I don't know.
No, I didn't want to do that.
Darren said double down.
No, because KJ's loud. Whenever he comes home, you can hear him.
True.
So,
but yeah, with the anti-social personality, it's because like when they lie so full of them, because there's 3 different types. Because like there's the ones who have like guilt for their actions because they got caught. There's those who have I want to say it's guilt, but it's the young kids who have anti-social personality because they're still children. Yeah. They still respect authority because they've been told to, but they don't know why they do. So when like you get like a 16-year-old who like fucking brutally murdered his family and he's just recounting everything and like just cold dude like, yeah, I walked home. I didn't know if I should stab my mother or my sister. And like they just say it like that. And it's a 16-year-old child. And it's like they can only, and like he said like, thank you, please. It's like you're seeing the like, and it's just like that. It's like they take themselves out of the situation, but there's still what am I trying to say? There's still like a calculation to it that doesn't feel like an empathetic human would feel to it. And that is so interesting to watch, especially when like they try to lie and gaslight the investigators. Because then like the guy always talks about like body language. Basically, I'll say like if you have any sort of anxiety or you don't like being in crowds, you look guilty as fuck to police officers. He's like, this person looked down, was biting, started like making jokes. They changed their tonal inflection. I'm like, I do all of those. I would be guilty as fuck. Yeah. And I wouldn't have done the crime.
Yeah.
I don't get those either.
Huh? Yeah, when they start reading the ballot, I can get, because in certain cases, when they say the things and the person's like, well, I didn't do all that. And I'm like, oh, well, that motherfucker's guilty.
That's obvious.
Yeah, exactly. But they did the cues. And then
it's like, what if I just do those? I don't know.
Exactly. Like this, like doing this can be an admission of guilt. Because like also eye contact can be an admission of guilt. I didn't know that. But like apparently there's.
But it also cannot be, like not having eye contact is also an admission of guilt.
Exactly.
I don't fucking know what they're saying.
There's a range of normal. Yeah. Because like if you stare at somebody, like I'm staring at this camera right now and I don't break eye contact, I'm trying to see if you believe the bullshit I'm spewing. Because now I'm putting pressure on you, but saying right, because
but it seems like I watch those and they're
it's
like
nonverbal cues. Because when someone
but
stares,
also if you're looking away nonstop, you're being avoidant and everything too.
And then if you like look down or you like make yourself, because I naturally fold my arms.
I do too.
That's showing like a sign that you close yourself off and you're not open. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to people. So
I do that because it's fucking comfortable.
Exactly. It's like it's a natural resting position. It feels fine. And they're like, well, you're closing yourself off and you're not really open to conversation. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just shit like that. And I don't know, just the idea of like...
I don't make eye contact a lot of the time when I talk. I am now, but because I'm aware
I'm
of
like a 50-50. Like if someone...
You guys might notice that next time you talk to me, I like don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm fucking crazy according to that.
I don't know. I'm a 50-50.
You are.
Yeah. But everyone's a little crazy. It's fine. Yeah.
But no, that stuff like that, it's just really interesting to like understand. I mean, it's more just like, watch and absorb what I know for like psychology and just like people in general. Because now I feel a little more secure in like how I deal with people in my social interactions. I'm like, yeah, if that person exhibits any of these signs or just like, because the thing is like 9 times out of 10, the craziest part, they always have a tell. You just ignore it. I don't ignore tells. If someone says, damn, I really want to strangle that dog, but like, it's not a joke, because there's people, because most people would say, oh, they were joking, but like, no, because I've watched the evidence of them like going back on like these statements, like no, because what they did and how they said it is clearly different than like, let's say a college frat guy saying I'm going to strangle a dog. It's different than like the guy who like was like who has no pets and then just kind of and things around him mysteriously die saying I want to strangle that dog. There's different.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a
one of them's the fun kind of strangling.
One's like a fun drunk idiot saying I'm gonna strangle a dog. The other one's like, okay, things die around him, and he said he's gonna strangle a dog. I kind of believe that. And then it would be that kid who's like, shit happens around him, and the person's like, oh, he's just introverted. He'll grow out of it. It's like, no, that's the thing.
Remember when the Columbine mom did a TED talk?
I didn't know she ever did a TED talk. Did she say she didn't see it coming? Because most parents figures.
I mean, it's like regarded as like the worst TED talk of all time.
Did she like make a bad case for why she didn't see it coming? Like, oh, I didn't know him buying trench coats and fucking
let me see what the
ARs.
fuck he was even about.
No, I remember it. It was basically like her. There's stuff that you see as signs that you don't realize are signs in the moment. A lot of the time.
And like you just, is it like blind trust in the moment?
Especially back then, school shootings weren't a thing.
I will give her the benefit of the doubt in that case.
So having a kid who's
showing signs of
who's a loser, who's getting like really into guns and stuff like that, like you're like, damn, that's just like his thing. You know what I mean? Like he's just into guns. He's just really into online games. He doesn't have friends. He only has like 1 or 2 friends. He's just kind of a shutout,
Mm-hmm.
And the TED Talk was mainly her talking out to other parents and saying like, it's okay to not see signs. Like look out for stuff, obviously, but it's not
you'll
your
never
fault.
know.
Like
is that what you're gonna say? Like it's like you'll never know.
It's not your fault. Like if something happens like that, it's not your fault.
They
like,
made the decision.
Like you can spend every day looking out for signs and you'll miss something. Like that's pretty much what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not saying like, oh, it's a lost cause. Like if there's something really obvious, don't like ignore it or whatever. Like it's literally just saying like, yeah, it's like
it can happen.
Something's gonna go under. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna miss something at some point.
I'm reading a Reddit thread about somebody dissecting that, and she admits that she wasn't aware of his mental health issues. However, in her son's obituary or like what do you call those? His manifesto.
Yeah,
he was talking about how his mom was aware and just didn't care.
Yeah,
I
mean, I believe
that was one of the reasons he did it. And then the mom kind of immediately is just blaming the other guy he was with as like the homicidal one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she was like, oh yeah, he was influencing him.
Yeah,
like I should have seen what he was doing to my son.
So she shifted all the blame off, but the son says my mom was a control. Oh, okay. Because did they kill themselves after that?
Yeah, they did.
That's what they killed themselves. Okay, I didn't know they died from police or not. But yeah.
Well, regardless, it was planned if they did. But I think they shot themselves.
Yeah,
but
in the cafeteria.
I don't know where. But
no, I think I'm pretty sure it was in cafeteria because there was like a story about a guy who like took bullets for other students in the library and then they went to the cafeteria and killed themselves or whatever happened.
But yeah, I mean, like regardless, I can see the value in what she was saying. But I remember like a large part of it was also focused on like
was she just blame shifting
that, and it was also like her playing defense as well,
protecting her son or protecting herself.
Like she was kind of being like, yeah, people blamed me for this
that's
event,
the thing.
like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It
like
probably
things
is.
Like that.
Like I'm not even like trying to be like super on the mom's ass.
The entire like first 5-10 minutes were like that.
Yeah, okay, that's the thing. I would never like openly defend, especially like we talked about this a bit earlier. Like
and that's why most of it was focused on like it's okay to like miss things and stuff because she was like people demonize me for missing things even though there were signs there.
Yeah, there's someone else in the comments of this thread giving it a little bit more nuance where like in her book and her diary, she's talking about it from her personal and like literally her book or diary entries of herself at the time. And I mean, like, obviously she's going to be more biased towards her son, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like on one hand you shouldn't beat yourself up, but yeah, like so far from what I've been seeing from all these like interrogations, there are fucking signs. Like
there's almost always
there's a fuck because like I don't want to.
It doesn't matter what it is. People almost always have signs before they do something.
I don't want to sound silly, but like when people do shit like that, it's because they want to be seen. And like some of them want to be stopped, but you don't stop them, so they just double down. Not say all cases, but like I'll say like
And
this.
a lot of them, yeah.
Because like it's the God complex. Like you feeling like everyone's an ant. It's like, let me do a spectacle. Let me just make a big announcement. Let me just do something. And everyone's like, oh, that's just him being him. And like, and then you go back, it's like, no one even notices me. I'll because like some of them are really like
That's why motherfuckers write manifestos.
Again,
and
they're
shit.
arrogant in a way.
They
I
think
can't
people
think of
are
the
going
word.
to care enough to read a book about them after they die. Like
They get off on the fact that like, because you know there's serial killers that like taunt the cops like, try and find me. I'm gonna do it tonight at 6:30.
Honestly, the best case scenario for those guys is to end up like the Chud meme.
yeah,
The
honestly.
Chud Wojak comes from a mass shooter.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, he published his manifesto after he committed the act, then turned himself in.
and they made a fucking Wojak out of
Yeah,
him.
they made a fucking Wojak and just made fun of him the entire time.
Yeah, or like what was that one dude's name? Like the dude who like really hated women. You remember the guy?
Which
like
one? Oh, Elliot Rogers.
Yeah, Elliot
Yeah.
Rogers. Yeah, he became a meme for a long time.
He still is a meme.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
the guy who shot people?
Yeah, that's the Chud.
That's the Chud. That's the exact face
that's
it
the
comes
Chud.
from.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was crazy. He looks just like that, doesn't he?
Yes. Holy
It
shit!
sounds so
The
excited.
more I didn't know he shot people.
I don't know. He was a fucking psychopath.
I just,
This guy also, like in his manifesto, was calling himself like the master race and shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro, look at you.
Look at the mirror. Oh my god. That's why people memed on him too.
Yeah. Shout out to ugly people.
yeah.
Please don't shoot buildings up.
Please don't take it out on us.
All people are beautiful on the inside.
Yes. Just make sure the inside stay inside. Thank you.
Hit the gym. Go on Accutane.
What's Accutane?
The stuff that helps you get rid of acne and stuff.
Oh,
clear it
okay.
up.
You don't need
Um,
Accutane.
No, you don't. I'm just saying, like, just
hit the gym and
clear
dress
up your
nice.
acne.
Start with
get a nice haircut. Throw on some contacts.
Start with low percentage benzoyl peroxide. It does me well.
You don't have to take advice from me. I already have a girlfriend, so I'm not gonna like. I don't know. I don't have to try that hard.
You're not gonna
At this-
I
poison
still
the
care about my
well.
appearance. You could take advice from me.
Yeah, you listen to Darren. Don't listen to me. But you know, you take some advice. I don't want to see you end up on the news.
I'm not.
I've seen the signs. I'm not gonna
I was
lie.
cursed with a
This
conscience to where
This
I don't like
motherfucker started
hurting people.
talking about self-righteous shit with vegans, saying
Eh, I
I
don't
shoot up the next vegan.
like the
meeting.
PETA fucking rally or some shit. Yeah.
They fucking euthanize dogs. Claim I don't know. That's a whole.
They
separate-
kill more animals than they
PETA's,
save.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, PETA's a fucked up company. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, but
Yeah.
Non-profit. That makes profit.
yeah,
See,
there's almost always someone making profit at a non-profit.
Non-profit just means you don't have shareholders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have to like hire employees and stuff.
Yeah,
anyways,
exactly.
Yeah.
But
I mean, hospitals are non-profit, but
that makes sense actually. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that.
they just don't have executive.
You got
Yeah.
insurance, nigga.
Fuck no.
Insurance
just wheel you
companies are not non-profit. They're
They're
public.
definitely not.
They're public. They're public. Yeah.
Yeah.
If insurances were private and
If they
you
have their
could-
name on the side of a fucking arena, they're definitely profit. They're
Yeah.
not a non-profit.
yeah, for sure.
Also, hospitals.
What?
Hospitals have their names on arenas too.
Do they?
Yep.
Like what?
Wellstar.
Wellstar Arena? That's a thing?
Oh, I thought you meant like you go to like a sports game. They have advertisements on.
No, I mean like the State Farm Arena.
Okay,
They have
never mind,
concerts
never
and
mind.
shit like that.
Sorry. Okay.
I was like, what the fuck? You're talking about like a Wellstar fucking like
No.
baseball
Yeah.
stadium or some
Okay.
shit. I was talking about like the fucking Mercedes-Benz
Okay.
stadium and shit
like I said,
that.
I thought you were talking about literal advertisements they put in.
Yeah, no.
stadiums.
I mean like the name
You can
of the
promote your
building.
shit, but it's a whole different ego to be like, yes, my name is where we have all the
This is
events.
my building.
Yeah.
We have events here for me and my subject.
We have an entire like $1 billion building with our tax
Look, I
dollars.
can
with the
afford a
Clark logo
baseball
on it.
stadium. You should use my bank for this.
It's SunTrust Park.
Yeah.
God. Did y'all have anything else to add?
Nope.
God.
God, indeed. This was a very,
Yeah.
if,
Very
if-
philosophical.
for those tripping.
We are the modern day Socrates, Plato, fucking, I don't know, some other
Aristotle.
ones. I guess him. Yeah. I don't know. Fucking,
Confucius. Can we throw some Confucius in there?
who would be Confucius? Would it be Darren?
Dude, that's fucking racist, Alfonso. What the hell?
I didn't even fucking.
Are there any black philosophers? Is that like a fucked up question to ask?
There are, but what do you define as black? Because there's black Arabs.
Black
There's
people?
Black.
I meant like a black person.
black
I
Arab.
don't know.
Like,
You would fucking know.
I'm asking you. I'm asking what you consider. I don't know.
okay. Malcolm X was a philosopher. Yes.
I guess
That's
yeah.
one.
Yeah, no, that counts. Yeah, because I was just trying to like, think of one off the
I
top of
thought
my
you were
head.
gonna say me.
You know what? You're making waves, Alfonso. You'll do it someday.
Hell yeah.
But
I just can't run for any office because, dude, I would
Never.
love. I'm not gonna hold you. If I ever do, I would even be mad. I just want them to pull up a clip of the Scat Cast, like, this you.
I mean, honestly, like you could try to run someday. You know, there's no harm in trying.
I think you have the personality for it.
Yeah, you can counteract it. You're like,
I mean, from what I've seen some pretty questionable people get elected to places of high power. I think I could do it.
yeah. I mean, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can start off small. Start off in your local government.
Georgia has
mayor.
a very questionable representative, but you know.
It just kind of happens. But regardless, we appreciate you for watching and listening. This has been very interesting. We will see you next week, and y'all have a good one. Peace.
Later.
Uh-huh.